Welcome to Maker's Journey Workshop. I'm Benjamin Davies, and today I'm going to show you how to do some fold forming. We're going to make some candle holders. We're going to make some vessels. It's a fun project to do if you have sheet metal laying around and you're tired of just everything looking like spaghetti noodles. That's right. Final day of our 30 for 30, May 3rd, 2025, baby. If you hadn't seen the rest of them, go back to April 3rd and watch forward. We did all 30 of those in 30 days. Let's get into today's video. I've got a few more of these 5-inch by 16 gauge rounds. They're fun. You can do so much with them other than just leaving them plain and boring and shaping them. You can add some texture and some fold forming. That's what we're going to do here. Just a little bit of free form fold forming. And it's kind of cool. And it's a nice, I won't call it chasing reps today, but it's a nice introduction to kind of how you can work the metal and get into it. There's just a few little tricks I've got up my sleeve and I know how to do it and I want to share with you. All right, for this next part, you don't even need an anvil. You just need a table. The table's actually probably going to be more friendly to you because we're not doing a whole lot of forging. Again, this is a type of forming, and we're going to use some tools. I have a ring that's made out of 5/8, and it has a 2 1/4 inch inside diameter. I have a top die, and that has about a 1 1/2 inch diameter. I'm going to stick our piece in the middle. I'm going to drop that over top with the piece sandwich and smackety smack smack, and you're done. And the cool thing about this is you'll get some kind of ruffles around the edges that are organic, and I love that. If you're more of the, modern person, you can go through, straighten them out. Don't waste your time putting that texture in there. Maybe make it really square and rigid and what we're saying. Anyways, I love this. This is going to be fun. I think it should turn out good. And even though it's a lighter weight material, it's still going to look unique and have a handcrafted touch to it. All right, so we did get a little bit of cowboy hat going in on that. So it's a little more rough than I really cared for. Doesn't look good to me. We're gonna clean that up at the edge of the anvil. And as long as you're not making contact between the anvil and the hammer, between the hammer blows, you're not gonna really put a whole lot of tool marks in it. I would consider tooling up in a way that this top die has a plate over top of it. And that way when you strike it down, some of those ruffles you get will go beneath it. You could even raise that plate up a little bit higher. And that way it does allow for some ruffling, but not gonna give you the cowboy hat we got going on right now. We'll straighten this out, no fuss, no muss, and get back to it. That's such a cool little piece. It's such like a little mind blower if you've never seen it done. I mean, we break it down. I think it's pretty simple. Hopefully you can go home and do this. What I like most about it is we get a triangle out of a circle. So if you look at it from the back side, yeah, we still got that circle right there coming out. Then we also have the triangle shape. Such a fun thing. This one's a little off center. I just eyeballed this. You could go through and do some center punching and line it up, take your time. But what a cool little vessel. You can make this, put it by your nightstand, put little rings or keys, a little bit of change in it. Whatever. All right, something to note there. We kept our seam much tighter, which means it's not going to take as much material. It won't shrink our vessel as much. And our top coat ended up just about perfect. We're about 1/8 of an inch off, maybe a 1/16 if we're feeling generous. Come on, guys. And we're just going to open that guy up real quick. I should be able to just pinch this seam in the vise and it should spread open, and we'll fold it open and we'll do the same thing the other way. We're just going to do a cross today, but it'd be kind of cool if you just did it 5-6 times. I'm just going to do it 2, and we'll see how it turns out. All right, let's get to it. All right, can we just agree that's pretty cool? Need some more light. See if that helps. All right, can we just agree that's pretty cool? I mean, what a cool little vessel. Just so much you can do with sheet metal. It's more forming than forging for sure, but if you're willing to be a little bit patient, you can make some really unique shapes. The thing that I love most about this today was these are just a few little tricks that I knew that I got to share with you. But as these things were unfolding, I saw so many possibilities of what they could be. I've already got 2 or 3 in my head that we're going to be bringing to you later this year. I'm really excited about. I can't wait. I think they'll be fun. But man, vessels are just such a cool little thing. Stick on your nightstand. I like them just to stick keys or whatever in. All right, y'all. That's our second to last video. Have you smashed the subscribe button yet? And if not, why? But seriously, I really hope you've enjoyed these videos. I've really enjoyed making them. Saved a good one for last because it kind of is in line with celebration, and I hope you enjoy it. And my plan is to have it uploaded later this evening. We're going to finish this last video, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Thank y'all so much for being here.